As we have successfully created data frame with additional fields such as year, month and day, let's understand how we should be able to leverage the existing APIs to write the data frame into the files while partitioning the data frame. Let's get into the details here. We already have the data frame by name df, and we can leverage this logic. For now, let me copy this one and then go to one of these programs. I will not be running from here. I will be just pasting and then cleaning this up. Then I'll be assigning it to transformed. Let me remove this one also, and then let me copy paste into the terminal here. We are already in PySpark CLI. Let me paste this here. We have assigned the data frame with additional fields to transformed. This will contain all the fields which our original data frame have plus these three fields. If you want, you can actually say df transformed.print schema. df transformed is of type data frame. It have all these fields. Now, as part of the data frame, it exposes an attribute called as write. You can actually say df transformed and then say write. It is of type data frame writer. Using this attribute, we should be able to explore the APIs to write the data frame into the files. If you just say df transformed.write and then dot and then hit a tab, it will actually show all the APIs that are available. You can write the data frame into JSON using JSON, Parquet using Parquet. You can also write the data frames into Spark Metastore tables using insert into. You can also use format, and you can specify the format while writing data frame into whatever target you want to write to. On top of these things, there is also a function called as partition by. We should be able to leverage this partition by to actually partition the data before writing into the target. Typically, we use it before writing into the files. In this case, we have to say df underscore transform.write.partition by, and we have to pass year, month, and day to it. Then we should be able to invoke the appropriate API to write into the files. Also, when we try to write data frame into the files, if we are processing too much of data, it might end up creating too many small files. To mitigate that, on top of data frame, there is also a function called as coalesce. If I say df underscore transformed dot and hit tab, you can see that there is a function called as coalesce. You should be able to leverage the coalesce to actually reduce the number of files. Let me see the details about coalesce here. This is what you can leverage. Typically, when we want to write data to fewer files, irrespective of number of executors that are going to process the data, we go with coalesce. Sometimes we might want to write data into larger number of files than the actual data itself. One of the way to achieve this is by using repartition. Repartition is a bit expensive, and hence we have to think twice before using repartition. It can be used even to write to fewer files, but coalesce is a better bet because it is better in performance, as it will not involve something called as shuffle. Don't worry too much about the intricacies at this time. For now, keep in mind that I'll be using coalesce also to actually write the data frame into fewer files. Then I'll be invoking write on top of it. Coalesce also gives us the data frame as the object. Using the data frame object after coalesce, we should be able to use write, and then on top of it, we should be able to say partition by and then take it further. Let's get into the details here. For now, I am just saying coalesce of 16 and then write and then partition by year, month, and day. Let me assign it to another variable. I'll be saying df underscore partitioned equal to, and hit enter. Once you hit enter, whatever is returned is assigned to this df underscore partitioned. We should be able to check the type of this by copy pasting here. You can see it is of type data frame writer. It is still returning something called as data frame writer. As this is data frame writer, you should be able to leverage the APIs that are available as part of the data frame writer, which are nothing but format and pass Parquet to it, or you can also use direct APIs such as Parquet, JSON, etc. Now, using this knowledge, let's come up with a program by name write.py. I am right clicking on this, then new Python file, write. Then I'll be defining a function. The function name will be to underscore files. df will be passing the data frame to this. The argument which takes the data frame is nothing but df. Then the target location, then file format. These three are the arguments which we are going to pass to this to files function. Now I can say df.coalesce of 16. I'm hard coding for now. In actual application development, for each and every job, we might have to configure what would be the number of partitions we are going to use. Sometimes we might define it as part of the properties. Sometimes we might have to develop the logic to determine how many threads should be used to write into the files. So keep that in mind. We might not hard code in actual development in many cases. Either it will be part of a properties file where we'll be determining what will be the number of files for each and every job, or we will determine dynamically at runtime depending upon the volume which we are processing before writing into the target. That being said, now I can say write, then partition by year, month, then day, dot backward slash, then mode append. The reason why I'm using mode append is because we'll be processing 1 day's worth of data in each and every run. As the target folder will already exist, it will start failing if you don't use mode as append or overwrite. Overwrite will take care of overwriting the existing files. Append will just create additional folders and copy the files into the base folder. The base folder is nothing but the parent folder for the year, which will be passing as part of the target directory. That being said, after defining the mode, you can actually say format. The format is nothing but file format which we are going to pass. Then save target directory. This is how you can take care of writing the data frame to this location using this format. You can also use Parquet directly, and you can take care of writing the files in the Parquet file format. If you want to use direct APIs, you just have to say df.coalesce.write.partition_by.mode, then dot, then Parquet. As part of Parquet, you just have to pass the target location. It will take care of writing the files in the Parquet file format only. In our case, we wanted to make it dynamic. Today we might want to write using Parquet, tomorrow we might want to change it to JSON. If that is the case, we don't need to worry too much about the code changes. We can directly configure at runtime that I want to write to some other file format such as JSON than Parquet, and it will take care of writing the data frame using that file format. As we are done with logic to actually write the data frame to the target location using specified file format, now it is time for us to validate. Before validation, we also have to make changes to app.py. Let's get into the details as part of the next topic.